Israel and Palestine are ancient holy lands, where prophets walked and freely talked of brotherhood of man. And families on both sides of the fence can all agree it's their right to be there, and they want their children to be free. But if the rocket's blazing or the fences land in your backyard, and the look of wonder in your child's face is burned and scarred, and the ceasefire in your belly has erupted into war, and the only peace you'll ever find is settling that score, please remember, this kind of madness always ends in pain. The mighty judgment down the track will catch us all the same. And if you see a fireball descending from above, it's just Isaac and his brother in the fight for Daddy's love. If you look up and see the fireball racing across the sky, go ask Isaac and his brother Ishmael to tell you why. Thanks. Well, keep them coming. I like to do interactive stuff. From my man from Maryland. This song was originally a letter that I wrote to my oldest sons when they were real little. They're 17 and a half and 16 now. But they were like 3 and 2, 1 and a half when I wrote this. And I wrote him a letter about who I am, and in the event that I was not here anymore. I've got a lot of positive attention, and I've gotten a lot of negative attention. And, you know, I came to this realization that speaking truth to power, to powerful people, can be hazardous to your health. And out of kind of in a panic, having this realization, I wrote this song on a plane, and the day before I recorded my album that it ended up being on, I pulled the letter out of the desk it was in, and I read it, and I just had this moment where I could just see lyrics popping off the page, and it just became a song. And it began, "Sons, as I write you this letter." And that's how it all happened. And then where I was going on the plane was to the Libertarian Convention in 2010, and Ernie Hancock, who knows Ernie? Declare your independence. So what does Ernie always say? Freedom's the answer. There it is. There it is. So that was the first time I heard that, because I was one of his people that were giving a speech on his behalf. There was several of us. And he gets up there. We all had these long speeches. He gets up there, looks around. Freedom's the answer. What's the question? And I was like, I'm so hooked on that now. And so that became the hook of the song. So I got to give Ernie props for that. Sons, as I write you this letter, of days past and days yet to come, and the message of freedom, the message of freedom. I stand at the edge of the pages of history and lessons unlearned. It feels like these pages are remaining unturned, but boys, it's no mystery. Children, I'm sorry to leave you this world in a state of disaster. It was given to me in a similar state, and I woke up so late in the game. Now it's spiraling faster. 'Cause freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Boys, listen close, for our souls may depend on the actions we take and the causes we choose to defend. So treat every man as a friend, and live your own lives in their divine processions, and transform your world with your selfless expressions, and reach out your hands. In time you'll understand. Children, one day I'll be gone, and you'll have to remember these words and be strong as you cling to each other, your family, your faith, and your father's song. You've known this all along. 'Cause freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Oh, the message of freedom endured every tyrant or second-rate despot the world's ever known, and for one simple reason, the people have kept it alive. And with no end in sight, to the level of violence that men in high places will sink for to silence the will of the people. In you, it must survive. 'Cause freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. As God is my witness, I'll be a slave no more. Oh, freedom's the answer. What's the question? Resist the advances of force and aggression, and leave to your children the promise of something more. Oh, as God is my witness, I'll be afraid no more. Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, to be purchased with chains from our necks to our feet? Forbid this, Lord, I know not what is left. Just give me liberty, or give me death. Thank you. Yeah, that's a Pork Fest song, for sure. Ho, ho, ho. I love you, Cat. All right, War Machine and Hour of Change. All right. I got a great War Machine story. So when I first wrote this song, I played it for my manager at the time, and she hated it. She's like, I feel like you're punching me in the face with this song. I was like, that's like exactly what I was going for. She didn't think it was very funny. So I got asked by the Cincinnati Tea Party in 2010 or 11, to play at their big rally that they were having at the I guess the University of Cincinnati. It was at a huge basketball arena. And I said, well, how many people, like, I said, you do know that you called Jordan Page, right? Like, you are the Tea Party. I didn't expect to get a call from you. And they're like, no, we're all Ron Paul people in the leadership. And we want you to come and do your anti-war stuff. And I'm like, okay, you asked for it. And I said, well, how many people are you expecting? And they said, at least 10,000. And I was like, that was, I think the biggest crowd I'd played to was maybe 6, which is still a lot of people. But it was like, whoa, okay, all right, let's do this. So but I didn't realize that the reason there were 10,000 people coming is because Sean Hannity was speaking. He was the keynote speaker. And he had Fox News there taking up half the court with camera jibs and lights, and he was going to do his show from this event. And people paid $60 a ticket to see Sean Hannity. They were so excited to see Sean Hannity. I mean, wouldn't you be? Come on. And I didn't realize this. I think I was just wrapped up in like my own responsibilities in the event that I just I wasn't cognizant of it. And what I also wasn't cognizant of is that Sean Hannity had gotten a phone call in the outer concourse where he was signing in books and selling books. And there was 1,500 people in line. And he got a phone call. I learned this later, like a week or two after the event. He got a phone call from Fox News, from his dark overlords, and they said, you got to get out of there right now. You cannot be seen to be supporting the Tea Party. And so they said he turned white as a ghost, and Sean's pretty white, so that's saying something. And he picked up the books that he had around him, and he left. He left his crew. He left everybody. He just bailed, ghosted. And so word started spreading through the line that Sean just bailed. He left. Everyone's been waiting for like an hour to get their book signed. And so there was this anger brewing. Tea Party anger, people. And so I didn't know any of this, and I'm inside the stadium sound checking, and they've got my song Pendulum playing on through the set speakers with a music video set to like pictures up on the jumbotrons, the big TVs, and George W. Bush's face comes up. And there's a roar of applause through the whole stadium. And I was like, they're gonna hate me. They're really gonna hate me. And I realized that I had a moral dilemma. I had a decision to make. Am I gonna placate these people and make them love me and play songs that they're gonna like, you know, and that they're gonna agree with? Or am I gonna take this opportunity to like give them a little injection of truth? So which one do you think I chose, of course? And so, but I didn't know about the Sean Hannity situation, that there was all this anger in the audience. Everyone was pissed. And so I played my song Pendulum. That was part of the deal. I had to play that one. I played another song that I'll play in a minute called Listen. And that one is a very anti-war song. And they still liked it, but they liked it less. I could tell. There was still a lot of applause, but they liked it less. And I thought to myself, that's way too much applause. Way too much. So I played this next song, and about 6 people clapped. I was actually kind of proud of that, yeah. Because they heard that one. They were listening on that last one. This is called The War Machine. Ashes to ashes, we're falling down. Slaves to the men that stole the crown. There's a warning sign like a blazing sun. You don't want to see because you're having fun. But those who control all the information celebrate and lie to the people to keep us watching. And the walls come crashing down as the war at home reaches your town. You have no choice, it's safe and clean. We all submit to the war machine. Consequence be damned. Send a call for a brawl in a foreign land. They slide their advantage through the door, getting rich off the blood of the fighting poor. Well, that's your democracy, one big hypocrisy. You want me to give my life for country. They say sacrifice yourself today, but don't think about getting in our way. Camouflaged in black and green, one more gear in the war machine. Consequences so severe, so pull your trigger quickly, dear. Our patriots are acting up, let's punish them with fear. Hey, hey! Crashing down as parades in spades march on your town. They count your votes, they bought the dream, paid in full by the war machine. So you see the plan, an endless war, a profit scam. The system's right, the news you read, propaganda. Plant your seeds in the mindless love of a generation captivated, trained, entertained, and held in bondage. Come crashing in like a plague. They will blame it on our sins. The choice is posed by men unseen. Give yourself to the war machine. Yeah, there were way fewer people than that clapping out of that 10,000 people, I promise you that. But then what was great was Joe the plumber. Remember him? Joe the plumber came out and he made everybody feel better. It was like I could tell he was ordered to do some damage control. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay. What's next? Oh, Hour of Change from my buddy back here. Set it up, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how it goes again. When I went down to the gutter where the broken spirits fall, and I saw the faces of the world pass by above it all. The forgotten beg for mercy past the side of everyone they call. But pretending to be blind, you find you see nothing at all. In the hour of change, come and lay your burdens down. In the hour of change, you will hear the trumpet sound. When I rose up to the ether in its saturating might, and I saw the faces of the world hiding from the light, with everybody wondering how they never reach the holy height. When you walk in evil darkness, all there is night. In the hour of change, come and lay your burdens down. In the hour of change, we'll be breaking holy ground. I will bear a sovereign witness to a lost and dying world, and never let it color me ashamed. Though the walls of angel darkness seem to stand around me now, the time of testing touches all in the hour of change. In the hour of change, come and lay your burdens down. In the hour of change, what was lost once, now it's found. Yeah, and I will bear sovereign witness to a lost and dying world, and never let it color me ashamed. Thank you. What's next? Ah, yes, for Aaron. So this next song is the reason I know you guys. Does anybody ever had a song change their life? Yes? I certainly have. I had that experience, and it was this song. This song came into my life at a time that I was not expecting it, and it changed my whole view of the world, my whole understanding of reality, really. I had a terrible nightmare, December the 1st of 2006, about George Bush, and it was very Denver airport type of dream. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was just kind of out of it, but I had this hunger, like I had to go write something. And I went into my second bedroom and got on the computer, and I just started typing half asleep. And I was apolitical at best, just downright ignorant of the goings-on of the world. Could not have had a conversation with any of you. I would have thought you all were nuts. And I just was given this, I don't know if it was a download, it was like a gift from God. But it was just a poem, it wasn't a song. There was no discernible refrain. But something told me to call my buddy in Seattle, because I was in Maryland. It was 3 there, it was 12 in Seattle. I called my buddy, who was a very political guy and an activist, and he had done a lot of activism, which I didn't understand. But I had his old number, and I got his mom on the phone, and she says, well, read it to me. So I read her the lyrics, and she says, wow, I love it. But it makes me sad that someone at your age, this is 2006, she says that someone at your age feels this way about the country. She says, just remember something. The pendulum swings left and right. So whenever you get tired of it being one way, it's going to swing the other way. And I heard a voice in my mind say, listen to her. Don't forget that. So I thanked her, we hung up, and then my guitar just happens to be sitting there up against the bed. So I grabbed it, and I grabbed a G chord. That's what you do. And I said, the pendulum swings from the left to the right. Oh. And I wrote this chorus, I plugged it in, and boom shakalaka, I had a song. And I was scared to play this song for people because it was unlike anything else that I'd done. And I thought they would boo me off the stage, but I got the gumption to play it at the Ram's Head in Annapolis. My buddies over there from Maryland, that's where I'm from. And it was a theater of about 350 people. And it was like 3 weeks later, like late in December. It was a Christmas show. And I got the gumption to play it just to see what would happen. And I got a standing ovation for that song. It was the only standing ovation of the whole night. And I realized that God was saying, these people know what this song is about. But now you need to go figure out what it's about. You need to go learn. And I remembered this lyric from Bob Dylan's song, Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, that I'll know my song well before I start singing. And I went and I dove headfirst into the deep, dark ocean of information, and I came out a changed man. And that's how I ended up here. So it really changed the trajectory of my whole life. And it got me some international attention, which I wasn't ready for either. All right, here we go. I've been walking a tightrope between fact and fiction. Been wrestling with demons in small bottled prisons. Been talking to sinners who claim to be Christian. Been shouting at leaders who claim to be listening. And the pendulum swings from the left to the right. Its momentum decreases the waves before the fight. Like a moment of blindness in a lifetime of sight. And I am caught somewhere in the middle. I saw a president blind to the needs of his people. Saw a camel that passed through the eye of a needle. Saw a group of old men whose money was evil. Saw a cross breaking free from the cage of a steeple. Saw beggars and cripples dying in squalor. A son whose sins had exceeded his father. Saw a nation of sleepers whose dreams were forgotten, and a bushel of apples from a tree that was rotten, and a pendulum swings from the left to the right. Its momentum increases the need for the fight, like a blindfold when it's time to walk toward the light. And I am lost somewhere in the middle. I heard the echo of suffering in the valley of laughter, heard the rumble of earthquakes far under the water. I heard a court jester whose forked tongue was twisted. He told us of dangers that never existed. Heard voices that claimed to be moral and righteous, whose lies and deceit were all dark and contagious. Heard talk of a country that valued its freedom, but when I protested, I was arrested and beaten, and a pendulum swings from the left to the right. Its momentum increases the weight and the height, but if nobody's listening, is anyone right? And I can't seem to find the key to the riddle. I met a young woman with a baby inside her. I looked, but there wasn't a safe place to hide her. I met an old man with a face like a mirror. He showed me his sadness so I could see clearer. Met an arrogant leader who robs us and cheats us. He pretends that his orders come directly from Jesus, when he sends out our children to strange foreign soil to kill for the right to monopolize oil. I'm raising my voice against the house of derision that murders our freedom with short-sighted vision. I'll sing a new song about civilization and the palace of wisdom and the death of a nation. I'll lift up the veil that's hiding the holy and remind all the people that change happens slowly. I'll scream out a name to the echoes of heaven and pray that the world don't end up where it's heading. And a pendulum swings from the left to the right. As momentum decreases, the end is in sight, but there's a lunatic handling our future tonight. And I am not somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle. Thank you. So I see Klaus Schwab over there staring at me. This one's for him. Never has a real-life Bond villain more been singularly personified than in Klaus Schwab. This is called Listen. Listen to the sound that you hear like an echo in your head. There's a strange vibration rising out from the heart of America, America. Listen to the sound of the drum calling players to the game of a new world order. Don't be caught unaware when the heads start rolling. No, it couldn't happen here. I know it wouldn't happen here. But I will not submit to authority of man. I'm alive, I'm awake. This is more than I can take. If you had an open door, would you kill a little more? Listen to the cries of the dead falling in Afghanistan. Is there no one out there? I see drones dropping bombs on the sons of Arabia. Listen to the sound of applause in a chamber full of men selling out their people as they plan their assault on the heart of America. No, it couldn't happen here. I know it never happened here. And I will not submit to authority of man. I'm alive, I'm awake. This is more than I can take. If you had an open door, would you kill a little more? There's a war machine in motion, and the bullets fall like rain. And the light in the eyes of the innocent has faded into pain. Yesterday I knew the world was spinning toward the end. But today I see the wasteland, and it's too late to pretend. Listen to the words of a man with a rifle in his hand. Don't be mistaken. I believe in peace, but I won't be taken. And I will not submit to authority of man. I'm ready to die, but not for a lie. See the signs up here, it's gonna happen here. Whoa, yeah. Thank you. That's for Klaus. This one's for Lavoy Finicum. He was an Arizona rancher who was gunned down in cold blood by the feds in Oregon in 2016 in an illegal kill stop. And not because he was taking part in the peaceful stand-in, it was because he was helping all the ranchers in the West unplug from the Bureau of Land Management. And that was a big, big no-no. I wrote this song the night that Lavoy died. I feel like he helped me write it. He was a man who loved to walk the land, turn his cheek but also take a stand. When his conviction called, he followed what he felt was right. There's no telling just what time will bring. You can live for nothing or for everything. But when the pushes come to shoving, tell me, will you fight? I'm only talking about a cowboy stand for freedom. I'm just talking about a name carved in a stone. Whoa. A friend and brother to anyone. He's riding off to the setting sun. Well, drive on, cowboy, he's heading home. Well, there's almost right, then there's nearly wrong as you live your life from sunrise to dawn. Then it's over and the moment's gone. You can testify to the things unseen, but the world is blind, can't see a thing. All you can do is try to be a human being. I'm only talking about a cowboy stand for freedom. I'm just talking about a name carved in a stone. Whoa. A friend and brother to anyone. Well, he's riding off to the setting sun. Well, drive on, cowboy, he's heading home. I know not what course other men may take, can't see that far down the road. But as for me and mine, make no mistake, the weight of justice is a heavy load, and I'm living by a code. He left his home to go and take a stand, and his voice rang out across a deafened land. And in the end, it was a bullet that exposed the lies. A truth remembered is a battle won, and though his murder cannot be undone, it rings out like an echo, thundering across the night. Here's to all the cowboys who stand for freedom. Why do we watch them from afar with hearts of stone? Oh, he's riding off to the setting sun. Well, the thoughts of men me from the voice of one. Well, drive on, cowboy, your work is done. Well, Godspeed, cowboy, we'll carry on. Thank you. I promised Jeanette I'd never stop playing that song. How's his wife? Everybody having fun? Yeah? Right on. What you guys want to hear? What's that? You know, I realized when I played it last night that I've kind of like, I'm out of practice on it. If you don't, if you got another one, hit me with it. Yeah. That's Victory Song. That's a fun one. So I wrote this song for all of the Barack Obama fans in 2008. Because you know, I watched the inauguration and all that, and like, you know, Oprah's on TV and she's crying, and everyone's united in celebration that we were finally out from underneath the tyranny of George Bush and the Republicans. This is a great, great day. And I was like, yeah, but he's the Antichrist, and you all don't know who this guy is. And I actually felt pity for them, believe it or not. I did. I felt empathy, really, is what I was. Because I understood why, you know, because they had not taken the time to look at this guy, to really ask the hard questions. And I knew that the letdown from him and all of the promise that he held for them was going to be devastating, and it was. It was, and I saw it the next 4 years, because I had a lot of anti-Obama stickers on my guitar case, and every time I walked through the airport, I would get stopped at least 15 times. And every time I asked them the right questions, they just hung their heads down like, yeah, I get it, you know, yeah, that is true. And it was sad. But I also wrote this song for you as well. But yes, you, specifically you, and all of you, because it is a rallying cry. That's what the song was always meant to be, a rallying cry. This is called the Victory Song. Excitement builds on election day. Results come pouring in. A landslide victory for the underdog, a proud and glorious win. And the people cheer between their tears and call their rising sun to spread his might and shed his light on darkness overcome. And the people cry from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. And the night grows long, and their victory song has lost its melody. Now the future found on the TV set is clear and strong and bright. Though the world collapses beneath our feet, well, they swear that all is right. Though brown men drown in their prison cells and towers fall to dust, but no one questions the official word. In wicked men we trust. And the people cry coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. And the night grows long, 'cause their victory song has lost its melody. I won't stand in yesterday. I believe in the here and now. There's a revolution coming. All you gotta do is look around. So rise above the fear and take my hand. You're not alone. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. And don't ever let go. Now the razor wire, like wildfire, spreads fast across the land. And the laws they make are the lives they take, only because they can. Let the choir sing, let the drummers drum, let all who hear this know. We're marching on to our victory song. Let my people go. And the people cry from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. And the night is gone, 'cause our victory song has found its melody. Yeah, the night is gone and our victory song has found its melody. Well, I won't stand in yesterday. I believe in the here and now. There's a revolution coming. All you gotta do is look around. So rise above the fear and take my hand. You're not alone. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. And don't ever let go. Okay. Oh. They certainly seem to be. I think we're running out of time here, metaphorically and figuratively. Oh boy, I haven't played that one in a long time. But I am playing at Ron Paul's 90th birthday party in August, so I better go relearn that one. All right, this song is called Here, There, and Everywhere. This is my most scariest song with the happiest music. This song is what happens when Johnny Cash meets Alex Jones. Well, the end times are approaching just like storm clouds down the line. And it started raining early and you're running out of time. And the devil's in your basement, he's climbing up the stairs. He's here, there, and everywhere. Well, there's horror in the headlines and it's getting worse each day. So if you want to hear some good news, get yourself to church and pray. 'Cause when the devil is your anchor man, he chooses what to share. He's here, there, and everywhere. Well, maybe the road is hidden. Maybe you stopped looking too. Maybe you'll find you're not so colorblind. Maybe there's something left to do. As the politicians argue and the soldiers fight the war, you're barely keeping score. 'Cause the devil's in your television, stirring up a scare. He's here, there, and everywhere. As the government is planning the apocalypse today, and you're happy to lay down and let them send you on your way. 'Cause the devil's in your mirror, working on his stair. He's here, there, and everywhere. One more time. Well, they take away our rights easy as turning off the lights. And then they tell us that there's nothing we can do. But I'm gonna tell my sons the great dark battle can be won. When they say, Daddy, will you tell us something true? Well, borders are dissolving like imaginary lines, and we'll be dancing in the death camps while the trains are keeping time. 'Cause the devil's in the White House in a big fat comfy chair. He's here, there, and everywhere. And the CFR, the Bilderbergs, and banksters rule the game. And each of them are running from the finger-pointing blame. But I know you'll blame the devil when you're running out of air. He's here, there, and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. You guys are the best. So I always have to play at least one Pink Floyd song in my shows. Daddy's flown across the ocean, leaving just a memory. No snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what'd you leave behind for me? All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. I don't want no arms around me, and I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. No, don't think I need anything at all. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. All in all, we should have elected Ron Paul. Thank you guys. My name is Jordan Page. I love you. See you next time. Oh, one more? One more. Okay, we'll do one more. One more. Sorry, I thought that was my last one. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't have that one. Well, I got to tell you, I've sure enjoyed playing for you guys today. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. You think you guys would be up for doing an audience participation song with me? Okay. So I got to teach you your part. It's the chant. It goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Simple. Let me hear you. Whoa, whoa. One more time. Whoa, whoa. Very good. Okay. Here we go. This is a song for my new album. Come on now. It's called Son of Man. Well, gather ye brethren now to me. Oh, gonna tell you about a man from Galilee. Oh, carpenter, teacher, rebel, priest, miracle maker, prince of peace. So where you gonna run from the mess you're in? His blood is gonna cover up all your sin. Born with the wisdom beyond his time, healing on the Sabbath was his crime. Made the paralyzed walk, made blind men see. Told Lazarus, the dead man, come to me. So where you gonna run from the mess you're in? His blood is gonna cover up all your sin, child. Come and see, come and meet the man from Galilee. Whoa, brother, see his hands. Let me introduce you to the Son of Man. Well, blessed are the poor, come and turn your cheek, for the earth is inherited by the meek. You shall not live by your bread alone. Let the sinless amongst you cast that stone. So where you gonna run from the mess you're in? His blood is gonna cover up all your sin, child. Come and see, come and meet the man from Galilee. Oh, sisters, see his hands. Let me introduce you to the Son of Man. He preached to the sinners all in despair, turned over tables in the temple square, so his enemies sought to have him killed. In your hearing now the scriptures are fulfilled. Well, gather ye brethren, come and see the Messiah nailed to the hanging tree. The earth cracked open below his feet. His blood poured down upon the mercy seat. He said, I am the life, the truth, the way, and I'll rebuild this temple on the third day. Child, come and see, bear witness to the Christ from Galilee. Whoa, brother, see his hands. Yeshua HaMashiach, Son of Man. Oh. Well, gather ye brethren, come and see. Come and meet the man from Galilee. Oh, you guys sounded good. You did. That's good. All right, one more. You know, I ended with this song last night. I think I'm going to end with it again tonight, or today. So we talked earlier about songs that change our lives. This was a song, another song that changed my life. In 2009, I was being tempted to kiss the golden calf, to worship the golden calf. And, you know, my manager at the time was shopping me to all these labels, and they were all like ready to sign me if I would stop singing about the stuff that I sing about. If I'd stop being myself and be who they wanted me to be. And I knew what they wanted me to do. And I won't tell you that I wasn't tempted, because I was, very much. That's the whole point of temptation, is it's a test. And I was so stressed about this test that I got really sick, and I ended up with like 104 fever, and I'm on the couch all bundled up in a blanket, and I felt like the fever was reaching a crescendo and then pop. And I'm sitting in my living room, and I hear this voice in my dining room over to my left, and it made me look, because it sounded like somebody was in my dining room speaking, but there's no one there. And it said, "You sound out a warning when you see the signs in the sky, but in the land of the blind, it's a crime to exist with an eye." And I was like, huh. And then it said, "Your dreams are in color, but your life is a pale afternoon, because the truth is a song, but the notes are all played out of tune." And then it started over again. And I told my wife, "I need you to just type whatever I tell you and don't ask me any questions. Just type what I tell you." And so I dictated to her for 5-6 minutes, and when it was over, it was over. And she printed it out and gave it to me. I was reading it. She hands me my guitar, and as soon as I had the guitar in my hand, it was like I was like Neo. I just knew the music. I just knew it. And this song was like a divine inspiration. It was a divine visitation, and it was what showed me that I was supposed to stay on this road, even though this golden road over here was something that I had wanted. I knew it wasn't right, and this song, I think, maybe even saved my life and saved my soul from getting sucked into the satanic music industry in the way that it is. So this is called "Song for Bob Dylan." Will you sound out a warning when you see the signs in the sky? But in the land of the blind, it's a crime to exist with an eye. And your dreams are in color, but your life is a pale afternoon. And the truth is a song, but the notes are all played out of tune. Well, hey, Bob Dylan, I wrote you a song, 'cause I know that the answers we're searching for will be here for long. Well, you taught us that war is a sin and a sham and a shame, and the penance we pay for our silence is more. It's more than just taking the blame, 'cause the world is spinning far out of control. We got storms in the east while the western world's selling its own. Well, Bob, I've been stressing and fretting the thought of it all, 'cause the world that I know and I love is now dangling and ripe for the fall. And the American Pharaoh is poised and ready to strike. But dictators rise and they fall, 'cause they all act alike. Well, they teach you to fear and surrender what's left of your youth. And the wealth that you give them is spent on the purchase of truth. So hey, Bob Dylan, I wrote you a song, 'cause I know that the answers we're searching for will be here for long. Well, you taught us that war is a sin and a sham and a shame, and the penance we pay for our silence is more. It's more than just taking the blame. So where are the Christians, and why don't we answer the call? We believe in our scriptures, but don't seem to use them at all. Well, you can't go and bomb the whole world in God's holy name. If Jesus were here, you'd collapse from the weight of the shame. So hey, Bob Dylan, we need you today, 'cause the freedom we fight and we die for is sailing away. And there's too many voices of wrong drowning out what is right. Come sing with me now, and together we'll take up the fight. Come sing with me now, and together we'll take up the fight. I'm going to end with some words from Bob. I'm out here 1,000 miles from my home. I'm walking a road other men have gone down. Well, I'm seeing your world of people and things, your paupers and peasants, princes and kings. Oh, hey, oh, Bob Dylan, I'll sing you this song about a funny old world that's coming along. It seems sick and it's hungry, it's tired and it's torn. It looks like it's dying, but it's hardly been born. Thank you, Porkfest. I love you guys. Thank you, Z. Thank you, Olga. See you next year.